Hello everybody, welcome to day 20. We left you yesterday with Gloria Gaynor and I Will Survive. We're going to start out that theme, I Will Survive. As long as I know how to love. That's the big key. Got all my life to live and all my love to give. I will survive. Now, we're going to go into this kind of deep on this lesson today. When I had my near-death experience at age 21, aneurysm damaged the left side of the brain. And later on I found out through the doctors that where I had did so much things to my left hand that I had new white brain matter. And I was able to, after a while, transfer from one side to the next information that came back to me. I was always gifted mathematically, and it is my belief that it's easy to store information through association and convert it to numbers. So it's just like the other day, JB told me her number on her thing. 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, still do it. I picked her up at a place today and I couldn't remember where my phone was. It was in the car and I'm just on automatic pilot. And I said, well, my brain knows where to go. And I do that all the time, just like watching on the streets, watching on the signs, my brain catches it. And I said, I'll just put it on cruise control. Instead of asking Google, I'll just dial it in. Okay, let's go. So you become in tune. And nobody knows how powerful the brain is. But through logic, I believe that just like a computer with ones and zeros and combinations, the brain stores information in a small part of the lobe in the back of the brain. And they can tell this because in a study that was done in Stockholm, they were doing things with numbers and they could see what's firing on the machine, and they put some dye into you and different things and they can see the impulses. Your brain works off conductivity of electrical impulses. That moves the arms, it moves this as fast as you can think. Your brain's main thing is to give you movement, store information. Your body is nothing but a machine that needs food, oxygen, and water. When you think of it as it's your temple, it's a machine, it's an amazing tool. You can fall, you can bruise the body, and immediately millions of little things come and start repairing it. Your body can do a lot of things. So I always, when you met Rhonda yesterday, I was asking her, we go do anything, we can calculate how much this is. As I was doing my jewelry travels for 30-something years, I would know from different points of a bridge in Kentucky as I come from Tennessee or West Virginia. From this bridge is 241.3 miles to my house. And if I'm going 70 miles an hour and I maintain 70 miles an hour and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I can tell you, well, I'm going to be home in 3 hours and 14 minutes and 30 seconds. And I would mark it down and see by my watch, can I get home exactly to the second? Well, for some reason, I never made it to the exact second. I made it within 30 seconds or a minute, but I mean, who does that? I did that to keep information flowing. And who can take and work on the road for 5 weeks straight, 16, 18-hour days, finish a show in New Orleans, get done at 6:30, get loaded up at 7:30, 8:30 Louisville time, and drive 12 hours or 10 hours, get home at 6:30 in the morning, take a shower, go to work and process the paper. And I learned that fatigue makes cowards of us all. That's what George Patton taught America. And they said, we're going to fight the Battle of the Bulge. And George was like, I'll have the 5th Army there in 23 hours. And I'm like, how are you going to march these guys for 21 straight hours at double time and have them be ready to fight? It's physically impossible. George said, no, it's not. They fought for 4 straight days at the Battle of the Bulge. And afterwards, all these scientists said, there's no way you can do that for 4 straight days. They interviewed all these men who did it. There's big studies on this for the military. How? Why? They asked those questions. Over and over and over again, the men would say, I don't remember a lot, I was so tired. Why didn't you just fall over and sleep? I was scared I would die. I was scared. They used an emotion, afraid. When I used to drive home all night long, I used to pretend if I didn't make it home, somebody was going to break in my house. And the adrenaline would beat, and I'd be fresh. 35, 40 minutes, and then the adrenaline would wear off, and I would get tired again. As we get into remembering more and into getting the ultimate edge, we teach you how to control stress. We teach you how to control the way you communicate with your kids so that you build a foundation of respect and love, and they're part of the family and family responsibility, so they want to be led. They want to do things for you. They want, and they will test your boundaries, but there's guidelines on everything that's really better than anything you'll ever see. How to communicate the ultimate edge in life with your wife or with your girlfriend. If you're going to fall in love, doesn't it make sense to stay in love and stay married and raise a family and be happy? No one wants to go through a divorce. No one wants to go through an argument. No one wants to feel that their words don't count. All those kind of things we're going to teach you in the Ultimate Edge. I convert every bit of information that I'm listening to, or if I want to remember a street sign and directions, I glance at the street sign and it might say Cherry Way. I'll think in my mind, Cherry Pie, my grandmother, I always turn right going up the hill to Grandma's house. Come back to Cherry Way a month later, oh, always turn right. I have different ways to remember grocery store lists. I do a thing, association of memory through numbers. First thing, top of the head, I want to get some squash at the grocery store. First thing on the list. Top of the head, I picture my head getting hit with a squash, and I got squash dripping down my face. Second thing on the grocery store is some grapes. I got grapes coming out of number 2, my ear. Number 3, my nose. Number 4, my mouth. Number 5, my chin. Number 6, my neck. Number 7, my shoulders. Then my elbows. Then my thighs, my knees. I make up numbers and I tell my mind and I play a little story. I'm going to the grocery store, I'm going to get squashed. I'm going to have grapes running out of my ears. Ketchup is going to leak out of my eyes. And I'm going to throw some milk out of my mouth. And the store manager is going to laugh at me and say, what's wrong with you? It's a little cartoon, but it's a way to associate and remember. Once you get your list, you can do a grocery store list instantly. You can remember names instantly. You can remember work instantly. You can remember your lessons instantly. 15 years later, you'll be able to remember, all right, you're learning the periodic table in high school, you'll never forget it. There's ways that you can do those kind of things. So it all converts to numbers through association. We'll teach you in great detail in the next module about how to remember everything. There's a lot of things about really cool stuff about association. Also, let's have a little water. People, when you're learning, if you have an argument with your wife or your girlfriend. Women think differently than men. When you put bricks, every argument is a brick. They feel it deeper. Guys want to be correct. And I teach you a method to where she will talk, you will listen, you will talk, she will listen. It doesn't escalate. And at any point, if anybody feels tension, you simply say, red light, all right. Then there's certain things you do, it de-escalates. Most things are silly. How do you get out of those habits? Because we have those habits from our professors, or if we're an accountant, or if we're in sales, we always have to be right. We have that ego, we have that. All those things do is hurt relationships. I focus on Rhonda's needs and wants. I know if I make her happy, she'll make my life marvelous. Every week for 3 years, I get her flowers. My grandmother taught me as a little kid, a home should have flowers on the table. We had a giant flower garden in the country, and I'd go out and get flowers all the time. She said it makes the house a happy home. So, remember, through association, you can remember large amounts of information. There's more on that on the next lesson, the next module. We're going to go through some math skills. If you have not did math since the high school days, we want to take and start working on your times tables. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 9 times 9 is 81. 8 times 9 is 70. You want to work on doing your math tables to 9. Go on Google, download it, and start practicing. Retrain your mind on how to process numbers. The important thing is you're retraining your mind on how to file information into long-term memory. You need to develop some math skills. If you have a hard time doing 5 and 5, then learn it. If you have a hard time saying 13 plus 18, start saying in your mind 13 and 18, 8 and 3 is 11, 1 and 1 and 1, 3, 1. What may be hard today will get better. Start with simple math and work your way up to 48 minus 23. Or maybe you want to do 25 times 25, 625. Or 85 times 85, 9,025. There's different things you can do about numbers that will file information into your long-term memory. Now, I don't think you're going to find this in any books anywhere in the world. I don't think any professor teaches it. This is my theory. This is what works for me. I do believe if you improve your math skills, you'll improve your memory. And this is what I know works because I'm a living example of how it works. So let's really work on some math skills. And I suggest you, if you can download from whatever, or you have somebody in school, 3rd or 4th grade, whatever, just find some books of basic math and start learning over and over and over subtraction, addition, multiplication. Do not use a calculator. Train your mind. Train your mind how to give change. It's 63 cents. They're giving me $1. How much change do they get back? 63, 64, 65, 2 pennies. A nickel makes 70. Or 2 nickels make 75, and a quarter makes $1. Sometimes when you're doing math, it may seem hard to do certain things. Like if Michael Jordan gets 10 points a quarter, and he's averaging 10 points a quarter, and he has 30 points after 3 quarters, how many points will he get for the game? 10 per quarter, 4 quarters, 4 times 10, 40 points. Work your way up Not to the algebra or the geometry, but work your way up to just adding, subtracting. Get to where you can put columns of 18, 13, 21, 19, and add columns of 4. One of the things that slows down Alzheimer's is keeping the mind active. Do puzzles, things of that nature. So let's work on our math skills to make our memory skills bigger. Remember, when you see the same information over and over, more of it sticks. If you haven't did math in 20, 30, 40, 50 years or 2 years, you're going to reactivate some things in you. If you struggled early in elementary school and you had a hard time with math, don't focus on the hard time. Don't put up the mental blocks. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I can't do this. And focus on victories. 2 plus 3. 4 plus 7. 3 plus 4. 5 plus 9. Focus on the simple things. Retrain the mind to file things. And you'll be able to increase your memory greatly. Okay, so now let's repeat with attitude. I am that I am made me in His image. So I am special. I feel great. I feel fine. I feel this way all the time. I feel great. I feel fine. I feel this way all the time. I feel great. I feel fine. I feel this way all the time. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I know I can. I know I can. I will. I will. I will. I think I can do math. I know I can do math. I will do math. I think it will be easy. It will be much easier than the first time. I am special. I am talented. I can learn. I think it will be easy. Picture yourself already going through 15 minutes, a couple times a week of math problems. And picture yourself going out to eat 6 months from now. The bill's $75. Your wife says, let's leave a 20% tip. And you say, oh, okay. 75 times 2, $15. Ways to do it. So let's figure out, right now, let's picture it's already history. You've already accomplished it. You've already trained the mind so you can train your memory. Have a fantastic night. Say with attitude at the top of your lungs, I love my job. I love my job. My job is to learning to make me a smarter, better reader, a smarter, better memory, a smarter, better person. I am going to be successful in everything I do. Do you hear me? Look in that mirror. Do you hear me? I'm telling you, the guy in the mirror, I got what it takes. You got what it takes. We got what it takes. See you tomorrow, last day of the class.